believe it is the debut of Haaland. There is a graphic that you can see that NXT have tweeted out, and it is a picture of Haaland standing in front of the words "tonight." So, and it was tweeted out by Joe Gacy. So, Haaland tonight. So, that's pretty exciting. So, this is kind of a bit of a historic episode. So, we've got Haaland going to be in action tonight. As well as that, obviously, we're following on from last week when Johnny Gargano said goodbye. So, reports are that Johnny is now out of contract. He is not going to be on NXT anymore. So, if you was hoping or thinking this was going to lead to Grayson Waller and Johnny Gargano, it's not going to happen. Johnny Gargano is apparently gone. I think the reason they did that was to just build up a bit of heat on Grayson Waller. So yeah, I am expecting Waller to be gone. To be honest, I am expecting it to be a case that he is not going to be around. Well, Grayson Waller will be around, but Johnny Gargano will be gone. Just dawned on me as well that I don't know what channel that NXT is on, so hopefully I've got the right channel. Hopefully it's on BT Sport 1. Yeah, shout out to everyone that's joining us. So we got the follow-up for that. We've also got the no-holds-barred match between Cameron Grimes and Duke Hudson. So we got a no-holds-barred match there as well. There's Cora Jade taking on Dakota Kai. We've also got Bron Breakker against Roderick Strong. So quite a few things going down tonight. Thankfully, WWE have sent a tweet out that's got all the information on. So Haaland makes his debut. Bron Breakker against Roderick Strong. Cameron Grimes against Duke Hudson in a no-holds-barred match. And Cora Jade versus Dakota Kai. So that's what we've got on the show tonight. Haaland debut's exciting, isn't it? Quite looking forward to that. Johnny Gargano is live on Twitch tonight, says Taboy. Hello, Taboy. James Chadwick said it is on BT Sport 1. That is, honestly, I proper messed that up. I just thought, because I was meant to start at past, because I've started to start about past now because of the Wrestling Escape Pod. But if I can start a bit before past, then I always will look to. And I was like, yeah, let's start. And then all of a sudden I was like, I haven't actually changed the channel. So thankfully it's on the right channel. Do you think Stone Cold in his prime is better than Cena at his worst? What do you mean? What are we talking about? Like match quality or what are we talking about? Mike said, WWE still have an end-of-the-year award show. Deutschland via Baden said Marina Shafir was on AEW Dark. Days, I'm doing a video with Wrestling Revolution Keaton on Sunday about dream matches. Have fun. Brendan said Cameron Grimes to the moon. Austin, hello. Big shout out to everyone that just joined us at Wrestling Escape Pods. And hopefully enjoyed that. There's some great submissions from the community, and yeah, I mean, it absolutely flew by. I think like we had about 10 minutes left, and we still haven't really spoke about anything with like 10 minutes to go. We'd just gone through like the video submissions and just had a bit of a chit chat, whatever. So normally they're like some of the most enjoyable episodes. So yeah, big shout out if you joined us over for the Wrestling Escape Pods. Obviously we've been doing football stuff over on Football Days as well, so big shout out if you joined us for that, or maybe you only join us for the wrestling stuff, and if so, hello. Days, have you got any tattoos or ever thought about it? I don't have any tattoos. I did think about one briefly, very briefly, and it was going to be a star here, which I'm really glad I didn't get now. But I was going to get a star on my wrist because my favourite band when I was growing up was the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, and their guitarist had that. And I was kind of like, I wanted to get the guitars they played. I wanted to get, kind of the clothes they wore. I really loved their style. So I was like, I just wanted to kind of yeah, kind of be like them. They were so cool. They were so cool. They were from New York, and they were just effortlessly cool. And they were kind of like indie rock. They were an indie, kind of indie punk, indie rock band. Lead singer was Carano, and she's just one of the coolest people ever. Like, her fashion is like really cool. But yeah, their guitarist had that, and I was kind of like, I was like, oh, if I was gonna get a tattoo, I'd get that. And I was like, oh. But I mean, it never went anywhere. I kind of thought about it for about an hour, and that's the closest I've ever got. So no, I don't, and I'm really glad I didn't now, because obviously, you grow up, don't you, as a person? You move on as a person. You find your own identity as a person. Jim said, I would have thought it would have been a picture of Eva Marie on my back, so that I'm kind of always turning my back on her. She's always behind me. I am good. Is The Undertaker the greatest of all time, in your opinion? Is The Undertaker the greatest wrestler of all time? Depends what you're looking for, innit? I mean, you can make an argument for him being the greatest because his in-ring, his longevity, his impact on the business, the streak, his title reigns. I think if you want to talk gimmick wrestlers, he has got to be up there as the greatest gimmick wrestler ever. I don't think he's the best in-ring wrestler ever. I don't think he's the best promo ever. But I do think he does both of them very, very well. He's a very good promo. No issues. He's a very good wrestler. No issues. But there's been better in both areas. But he is very, very good. And it's his gimmick. Do you know what I mean? The thing with The Undertaker was always the entrance, the urn, Paul Bearer, the slowly walking down to the ring, the sitting up, the tombstone finisher, like the whole, just everything around him. So I don't know. I can't say he's the greatest ever because it depends what you're measuring it on. I mean, it's hard, isn't it? Who's the greatest wrestler ever? How do you answer that? That's like saying what's the greatest album ever. I mean, like, well, what music are you into? First of all, tell me what music you're into. I might be able to tell you the greatest album ever. But yeah, I mean, if you're into gimmicks, if you're into WWE, then yes, I think he's definitely in the conversation. If you want impacts, you might have to look at Ric Flair. You might have to look at Lou Thez. You might have to look at Edge Strangler Lewis. You might have to have a look at. They might be the ones that I'd have above him. I mean, you could make the argument of Stone Cold as well. The thing with Stone Cold was that he wasn't around as long, but according to Vince, he sold more merch than anyone else. That must include The Undertaker. So it must mean that Stone Cold had a bigger impact, than what The Undertaker had when it came to shifting merchandise, which is stunning if you think about it. I'm not sure if I quite believe it. Has Stone Cold sold more merch than The Undertaker? I'm not sure. I mean, The Undertaker's been going since 1990. Although, how much merch were they selling between 90 and 97, really? I probably not that much. So, maybe with the Attitude Era and the fact that they were, really starting to get into merchandise more and more and more, perhaps he did. So, don't know. It's an interesting one. Days, does Cena make it into your list of the best ever wrestlers? Where would you have him in wrestling promos and gimmick? Cena's in the conversation for... Well, he'd be in the conversation for biggest wrestlers. I don't think he's not the best in ring. He's not in the conversation for best in ring. You could probably... Would he be in the conversation for promo? I actually think he's quite a good promo. I don't think he's the best ever promo. I mean, I don't know if you'd have him up there with the likes of Rowdy Roddy Piper or Dusty Rhodes or people along those lines, or Jim Cornette. I don't think you'd have him up there with those kinds of promos. I mean, but I do think he was solid. I do think it was very, very good. And in ring, it was okay. It was all right. you kind of knew what you was going to get from John Cena. He could have some great matches with the right opponent, but he had a lot of stinkers as well. He had a lot of rubbish matches as well. So I think biggest impact in WWE, you would have him in the conversation. If you want to talk about what wrestlers have had the biggest impact on WWE, John Cena would be in that conversation. But I for me personally, I wouldn't have him as like the greatest wrestlers of all time. But you know, he would still probably get a mention in that conversation. So yeah, not in my top 20, to be honest. Not in my top 30 when it comes to greatest wrestlers of all time. But it depends. I don't know. I mean, like, would he be in my top 50? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I've never sat down and done it, to be honest. LSW said 4 promos. Cena would be right up there for me. What do you rate NXT for the year? Oh, well, difficult, innit? Difficult. I think, what do you rate NXT for the year? Probably a 6. I think I'd probably go a 6 because I think that it got beat by AEW. I think that it didn't know what it wanted to be. It didn't know if it wanted to be a third brand or if it wanted to be developmental. Then it did finally decide that it wanted to be developmental. And so we got NXT 2.0, and I think that's had teething troubles. I think there's been glimpses of how it can work, but they've only been fleeting. Like, I must admit, I'm going into the show tonight a bit worried. I get a bit worried on Tuesdays now. The reason why I say that is because I like NXT. I really want it to succeed. I think there's some really good people there. But I do look at some of the stuff they're doing and I do just think, like, it's just not the NXT that was on the WWE network. Like, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking because I feel that the NXT that was on the WWE network was amazing, was brilliant, was like some of the best stuff I've seen. And then they put it on USA Network, and then it had to go big, had to go bigger than when it was on the on the WWE networks. Now ratings were coming in, so it was trying to compete for ratings, but it's still trying to be developmental, and it all got mixed up, it all got confused. Now they've hit reset. And they've reset it to something that's nothing like the black and gold brand. I mean, I must admit, when they moved to the Performance Center and they went behind the plexiglass, that was not NXT to me. When they were wrestling in the dark at Full Sail, that wasn't NXT to me. I mean, I would have to go back and tell you when I think NXT died. The day that I think NXT died was the last day that they were at Full Sail in front of a crowd. The last day that they were at Full Sail in front of a crowd is the day that it dies. Because after that point, they stay at Full Sail, but it's in a black void. And we do that during the pandemic. That's a lot of 2020. Then they decide, oh, we need a bit of colour, we need a bit of life, because AEW is killing us. So they go to the Performance Center, and they do the plexiglass thing, which I will admit at first you look at and go, okay, this could work, this could be cool, it's got its own space, but very quickly it becomes apparent that it doesn't feel like there's as many people in there. It doesn't feel like you can see the crowd as well. The crowd don't feel as part of the show as they used to at Full Sail, and for me that's, it's had a few nice moments. It's not completely a disaster, but it's nowhere near the level of what we were getting before. And then the decision is made, well, okay, that doesn't work. Let's get rid of it and let's go NXT 2.0. And again, that, you see the layout, the image behind me, and you go, okay, well, this could be something. But I don't know about you. But, I mean, it just doesn't feel like there's that many people in there. I'd love to know how many people were in Full Sail. How many people have you got now in the crowd? Because it doesn't feel as many. And we did at least get a bit of passion recently, although some of that I think has been faked. Some of that I think is fake crowd noises. So all in all, I think it's been stop-start. I think it's been trying to figure out what NXT is. And I think through all of that confusion, there's been some brilliant moments. That's why it's not a disaster. I'm not down in the 2s or the 3s or the 4s. You know, we've still had, like, Volta versus Dragunov. We've still had things along those lines. We had, like, Samoa Joe come back. That was cool. Like, you can definitely go through and go, that's cool, that's cool, that's cool. But I think overall, for me, I'd go with about a 6 because I think this was a year that NXT changed. I think it was a year that it struggled with its identity. And I think as a result, hopefully, it can go into 2022 knowing what it is, having worked out some things that don't work and just use the things that do, and hopefully we can just move forward. So I would say that this year was the reset. Next year, hopefully, is the growth, is the... You know, we really figure out what connects with people, what works with people. And they've got some promising talent. You know, Bron Breakker, there's definitely something there. I don't think it's quite fully showing itself yet, but there's something there. Haaland, something there. Diamond Mine, Creed Brothers with Ivy Niall, Roderick Strong still around, something there. Toxic Attraction don't do it for me, but it does do it for people in our community, so maybe something there. Cora Jade, people seem to like her. I ain't quite seeing it, if I'm going to be honest. I ain't quite seeing it. But people seem to like her, so maybe something there. I mean, Duke Hudson, I don't know. I was a bit bored by his feud with Cameron Grimes. I know that people in our community like Zion Quinn. Yeah, I mean, look, there's a few people. You can go down a few names. But what I see at the moment is a lot of promise and a lot of potential. And I'm sort of waiting for someone to really shine now. Sort of waiting for someone to be like, I'm here. Bron Breakker's probably the closest, maybe, that's done that. But I still keep getting strong Mojo Rawley vibes. I really, you know what I mean? I want him to I think I want him to be a bit moodier and a bit darker and a bit more, I don't know. It's just not quite right. It's just not quite right yet. So we'll see. I'm very optimistic for next year. But I think we just got to just got to go through a few weeks till we get there. And I think losing the way as well. I mean, one of my favorite parts of NXT was the way. Like towards the end of the old NXT, I loved the way Indi and Austin and Johnny and Candice, and they were just like, they were funny, they were relatable. I mean, like Johnny and Candice are such a lovely couple that you kind of, and they'd been there so long that you kind of felt like you were seeing old friends. Do you know what I mean? Like Johnny and Candice feel like we know them. Like we've seen them and grown up with them for the past 5-6 years, so like them going, Johnny going is a massive blow. It's a massive blow, and now like these are gonna have to stand on their own 2 feet now. So yeah, we'll have to see. Can you explain why so many people hated Cena when he stopped Doctor of Thugonomics? Well, the thing with it became apparent that he was being pushed. I mean, don't forget, people hated Roman when he left the Shield. It's the same thing. Why did people hate John Cena? Why was Cena getting dueling chants? Let's go Cena. Cena sucks. Why was he getting that? And why was Roman getting booed when he left the Shield? It's the same thing. It's because it becomes really apparent that is the next guy. And there's nothing we can do. We didn't choose them. We didn't choose Cena. We didn't choose Roman. We were just told, this is your guy. And they get pushed hard. And they, it's a bit like Drew. It's like, we might be a bit like on Drew. But after a while, if Drew's in main event after main event after main event, winning title after title and having long title reigns and beating everybody, and some of your other favourites go up against them and they beat them, and they're just like these unstoppable monsters. After a while, part of the crowd are just going to be like, nah, I ain't into this. This isn't the person I want. You know what I mean? The thing with wrestling is that there's so many people that you can support, I mean, look at Roman. Like, I wanted Finn the Demon to beat Roman, and he didn't. And it's like, well, who's next then? Who's going to beat Roman? And so, you know, I love Roman. I love the Roman storyline. And Roman right now is a heel, so it doesn't matter if you hate Roman. If you hate Roman, good, he's a heel, so it doesn't matter. But like with Cena, he was beating people that people wanted to see succeed. So all of a sudden that heat goes on to Cena, who's a face, and that's a problem. And the same with Roman. Don't forget, in 2015, when he won the Royal Rumble, people wanted Daniel Bryan to win it. People wanted Daniel Bryan. They wanted Daniel Bryan to be the guy. They didn't want Roman. But Vince said Roman's the guy, and you're getting Roman, and so Roman was pushed. And Roman came out in that 2015 Royal Rumble, won it. They had to send The Rock out to hold his hand up, and the crowd was still booing him out the building. That's only like 6 months after the Shield had split up. And they were getting booed out the building. The Rock was in the ring with Roman holding his hand up because he'd just won the Rumble. They were being booed out the building. So, like, the crowd didn't want Roman at that time. They wanted Daniel Bryan. The same with Cena. Like, they wanted other people to shine. If you go back to early Cena, people are into it. You know, I think when he gets a win over Big Show at WrestleMania 20 to win the United States title, have a look. Yeah, when he's with Thugonomics, have a look. People are into it. And then it just, like, you know, starts to evolve, and he starts to win more, and he wins his first championship, and, you know, we're off to the races then. So it's the same, innit? It's the same thing. It's like people being pushed that we don't want, people that we do want being overlooked. And after a while, it, you know what I mean, kind of backfires on them. So, and they never turned him heel. It became a thing whereby people wanted Cena to turn heel. I think if you'd have turned him heel and then turned him face, a lot of people probably could have accepted him then. But they just refused to turn him heel. And so then that just became frustrating. And, you know, he'd face the likes of R-Truth and beat him. And he'd face the likes of Batista and beat him. And he'd face the likes of Randy Orton and beat him. And it was just year after year after year. And, yeah, just became that. Super Cena, weren't it? Super Cena. WrestleBuzz said, I was at the Rumble when Roman won. It was wild to see grown adults cursing at the fact he had won. Yeah, man, it was crazy, wasn't it? Crazy. Demon Balor versus Roman happened way too early. I agree. I really wanted Demon Balor to be the one. And actually, I went back and watched the end of that match the other day, and I still can't believe it. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. At the time, I was kind of like, look, it's a wrestling finish. There'll be some people that like it. There'll be some people that don't. But, I mean, I now in the cold light of day, seeing how everything's played out, seeing that there was no follow-up to it whatsoever, I mean, I remember going, will there be a story now where it's like, how did the rope break? Will they, you know, if they had used the fact that someone cut the rope as part of the story, that could have been really cool. But they didn't. It just never happened. Like, the rope broke, boo-hoo, move on with your life. Like, that was it. And it was like, this flipping sucks, man. And you go back and you look at it now and you're like, I think they'd booked themselves into a corner, hadn't they? They booked themselves into a corner. They knew they wanted to do Roman and Brock. They knew they wanted the Demon to stay looking strong. How could you do it? They tried to do it in a creative way where the flipping top rope breaks. What I don't understand, right? What I don't get with that is, imagine if it had been a normal match. Balor's winning. He goes to the top. He's about to hit a coup de grace and the rope breaks, okay? Maybe that I could have accepted just a smidgen more. Just a little bit more. But instead, just before that happens, they have him on the floor, lights going red, convulsing on the floor as they play his music during the match. Like, they have him, like, convulsing on the floor with the red lights and the bum bum. Bum, bum, you know, the heartbeat stuff. But it's not just the heartbeat. If you listen, It's the heartbeat that then goes into his music. Like, why didn't they just play a heartbeat? Bum, bum. But instead, they play the heartbeat. Then it goes into his music. As he's climbing up to hit that coup de grace, his entrance music is playing under a red light. He stands on the top for ages with, like, smoke around, and then the rope breaks. If they hadn't done any of that nonsense before, maybe it would have been a little more palatable, but yeah, it's just insane. The whole thing's insane. Really annoying. But no, I mean, nothing to do with Roman. Nothing to do with Roman, of course. It's just crazy Vince, who is crazy. We now know he is crazy. Having seen the Austin Theory pencil segment, like, I mean, don't you think that's scary? The person that has the final say on storylines right now is that guy. That guy. The pencil guy. You know, the pencil guy. He gets the final say on everything. Like, I think that's pretty terrifying right now. To see where Vince is right now is a bit concerning. I mean, his delivery has completely gone. He just can't deliver lines. Yes, it is still cool to see him. Yes, you're still invested and on the edge of your seat for every word he says. But it is heartbreaking to see where he is right now. It is really, really heartbreaking to see where he is. So, Balor is now just being a jobber on Raw. What I wanted to happen was Balor gets drafted to Raw, gets momentum over there, and then wins the Rumble, where he eventually challenges Roman at WrestleMania and can even bring out the Demon and win the title. T.D. McInturf said, what's your favourite figure? I love the Ultimate Editions. I genuinely think the best figures are the Ultimate Editions. If you want a non-Ultimate Edition figure, then maybe the SummerSlam Finn Balor from like 2016, the one that's based on his 2016 look. So it'd probably be SummerSlam 2017 that it came out. That one. Or there's a flashback Ultimate Warrior that's based on his Royal Rumble 1991 attire. Looks amazing. I love that figure. But honestly, I think the best figures are the Ultimate Editions. I'm so excited for the Hulk Hogan that's coming out. I'm really excited for that. And I'm really excited, the new Hulk Hogan. There's a Ric Flair with a pink robe that I really want to get. In fact, there's probably a few Ultimate Editions I should put on my Christmas list, because there's a Ric Flair with a pink robe that looks amazing, and there is a Finn Balor that I do have that I think is just, that might be the best figure. The Ultimate Edition Finn Balor might be the best figure. What's your wrestling manager, Mount Rushmore? Probably Bobby Heenan times 4. Bobby Heenan, Bobby Heenan, Bobby Heenan, and Bobby Heenan. It'd probably be Bobby Heenan, Jimmy Hart, Bobby Heenan, Jimmy Hart, Jim Cornette, Paul Heyman. Probably them 4. Bobby Heenan, Jimmy Hart, Jim Cornette, Paul Heyman, yeah. Go with them 4. AJ Styles is being completely wasted with this Amos nonsense, says Mike. David said Vince tried to kill Finn Balor by sabotaging the rope. He's definitely gone cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. My favourite figure is Shockmaster, said TD McIntyre. That's cool. I didn't expect them to make that. It is a great figure. If I knew in advance Balor would be getting jobbed out on Raw, I definitely wouldn't have minded if he'd have beaten Roman at TLC. Paul Heyman and MVP to now, says David Robert Woods. Hello, Harry. Hope you are well. Shane the Gamer, shout out to you. My favourite wrestling manager is probably Paul Heyman, says Hayden. We've got Wyndham is coming tomorrow. Wyndham is coming tomorrow. Oh, here we go. Alex says, are you ready for a fun fact? Here it is. I've added up the first 1,056 videos on the channel. Amazing. The numbers are 7,944 minutes and 31,000 for... Oh my God, 31,000 hang on. What is it? 7,000. That is 141 hours. 141 hours from the what? First 1,056 videos. 141 hours. I know there's about 4,000 videos on the channel. And the first 1,000 are going to be non-streams. So these are all non-streams. So what is... That is an amazing fact. What is 141 divided by 24? Nearly 6 days. It would take you nearly 6... It would take you 6 non-stop days to watch the first... What was it? 1,000 videos on the channel. So if you wanted to watch every second of content that's on this channel, it would take you 6 days just to do the first 1,000. If you wanted to watch then the next 3,000, I mean, honestly, that's amazing, isn't it? Because even if they were all, so that's the first 1,000, there's 4,000 on the channel. Even if they were just the same, it would take you 24 days. And I know for a fact that obviously those first videos are like 10 minutes long, whatever each. The streams are like 3 hours long each. So, that's incredible. That is incredible. Shout out to you, Alex. That is a great fact. Great fact. That must have took you flipping forever. You've gone through 1,000 videos and jotted down the time. That's amazing. Much respect, dude. Much respect. That is a great fact. Shane the Gamer, shout out to you. We are 6 minutes away. 6 minutes away. Josh Woods for Ring of Honor is on AEW Dark, says Deutschland via Baden. Shout out to you, Deutschland via Baden. Hope you are well. I'm guessing you are in Germany. Imagine if it turns out you're not. You're just in America. Liv and Zelina Stan said, what was your first watch-along on the channel? Do you know? I don't know. I remember that I didn't move here until 2018. And when I moved here, my plan was, like, watch-alongs. I wanted to do them. And I really wanted to do WrestleMania. But I had no knowledge as to how to do it. So, unfortunately, I made a bit of a mistake. When I first moved here, what I should have done is researched streams, setting up streams, creating graphics, all of that stuff, yeah? Like just learning about how to set up streams. I should have done that. I didn't. What I did when I got here was I panicked, to be honest. Because when I first got here, you've got to remember, I'd been at work and had a job, like 9 to 5 job. I'd done that for 15 years. So can you imagine, like, leaving that, moving here, and all of a sudden, every day you're doing what now? Like, every day you do what now? Every day you do what? So, like, I think I probably had like a bit of a panic for a few months. I mean, I was putting out videos all the time. And in all fairness, some of those videos are ones that have kind of stood the test of time. There's some toy hunts in there. There's the Royal Rumble, where I think I go to the back garden and I film like some figure videos in the back garden. I think like the slip and slide as well, maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, like when I first come back, I'm just trying to do videos, but what I didn't do is really just take that time to learn to stream. So I've got a feeling that it was after WrestleMania 34. I think it was after WrestleMania 34 that I really focused on doing the streams. And I think I was angry with myself, really, that I had got to WrestleMania 34 and hadn't done a stream. Because really, that was the deadline. And I'd focused on everything else other than that. So yeah, it must have been a Raw or something after WrestleMania 34, but I can't tell you what it was. Right, said Days in chat, who's looking forward to the Matrix Resurrection and the new Spider-Man? I will not be watching either, to be honest. Matrix, I don't know. To be honest, the first Matrix was great, and then the rest of it was all like, what? It all started to get a bit like, It's not a trilogy that I ever really go back to anymore. But the first Matrix was very, impressive. And Spider-Man in for me, but there's a lot of excitement for that Spider-Man. Legend Killer, shout out to you. Alex said, I jotted down all the videos up to last week's Raw. I'm trying to go 500 add-ups a day. Dude, you don't need to be doing that. Has there been any period you've stopped watching wrestling? Yes and no. I mean, a good chunk towards when I started work, it was about 2002-ish, around that time. So I would say, really, as we're coming out of Attitude Era, going into Ruthless Aggression, I would say my viewing drops. I'm certainly not watching every Raw, and every SmackDown, whatever. But what I am doing is keeping up with info. So, I'm going online, I'm reading what's happening, things along those lines. So I'm kind of keeping up with it that way, and I'm still watching like pay-per-views, but truthfully, there's even B pay-per-views that I'm missing, because the problem is, like, you didn't have the network back then, so you was having to buy them, and I was going to work the next day. I was at work on the Monday. I'd show it on the Sunday night. It's in the UK, but I was in work the next day, so I was having to like plan them in advance, and so yeah, I would say that. I mean, nothing like what I do now, watching. I mean, there was no NXT, but and there was no AEW, and I never watched TNA. I was literally just, it's hard enough for me to be following WWE and having a job. And certainly in the UK, people don't appreciate, man. In the UK, I mean, nothing starts till 1 a.m. So things finish at 4. Well, if you've got to be in work at 7. Sucks to be you, doesn't it? So it's difficult. So yeah, it was tricky. It was tricky all throughout that 15 years. It was tricky, to be honest. But I was always following and watching like review videos and watching the shows as well, watching pay-per-views. But a lot of Raws I was having to skip, and a lot of SmackDowns just didn't really bother with. So yeah, there's a lot that I was missing out during like Ruthless Aggression era, as we were coming like through to now. But I was keeping up with the stories. I knew what was going on. I was watching the pay-per-views, but not religiously like what we've been doing, since 2018. Here's Johnny. We're seeing last week an NXT. Adam said, shout out to us in the UK. Totes. Ned said, what do you think about YouTube removing visual dislikes? I don't really get it, to be honest. I don't really understand. I mean, it never bothered me. I mean, I was always under the impression that if you got a dislike, it was an engagement. Someone had watched your video and said, oh, I don't like it. I mean, obviously, there's people disliking before they've even watched the video. I mean, I've got streams that have got dislikes before the streams even started. So, like, there's people that just go around disliking for the sake of it. But, I mean, once you've accepted that that's life, I mean, who cares? So, I never really understood why they did it, to be honest. I don't really get it. It never bothered me. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it's more to do with, like, maybe the kids that are starting out, and it bothers them if they get a dislike. Right, moments ago. Here's Grayson Waller. Lots of boos for Grayson Waller as Grayson Waller arrives. You suck. That must be the audience. He's filming them. All right, here's Cameron Grimes. I don't really get it. I don't feel any hate towards Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller doesn't bother me because we know that Johnny was leaving. I don't know. Cameron Grimes versus Duke Hudson. No holds barred. I think this in it. Time for no holds barred. It's rubbish living in the UK for wrestling, boxing and UFC unless you are off work, but I wouldn't want to be somewhere else watching football at 4 a.m, so there is that. Yeah. Kicking it off with the no holds barred match. Daze, do you mind if I tweet what you said about the dislike situation? No. How would you say your wrestling habit was back when AEW wasn't a thing in 2016? Was things more easier to digest? Yeah, but things were easier. The thing was that SmackDown you didn't have to watch because there wasn't a brand split and SmackDown was absolutely the B show. SmackDown was like basically a 2-hour Rampage. So you know how Dynamite is the A show, and honestly, if you don't watch Rampage, it's not the end of the world. That was Raw and SmackDown. Like, you could watch Raw and be fine till the next Raw. There would be things that happen on SmackDown, but they were kind of just contained on the show. Or if there was anything of note, you'd end up getting a little recap video anyway. But honestly, I wasn't really paying SmackDown any attention. You didn't need to. So, as long as you was watching Raw and keeping up with the results of Raw, yeah. And don't forget, there was no NXT. NXT was not a thing. I mean, 2016 it was, in all fairness, but I'm talking more before 2016. I'm talking more like before NXT was its own show. Or actually, before we had the network. I mean, we didn't get the network till, what, 2014? So, if you didn't have the network, you couldn't watch it anyway. So, yeah, it was easier to follow. It was easier to digest. Now, you know, there's NXT, AEW, Raw is its own show. SmackDown is its own show. You've got Rampage. I know there's people that watch Impact, and like there's loads, isn't there? But I've always been fairly focused on WWE. During the 90s, I wasn't really paying WCW any attention. And then when we got to the 2000s, I wasn't paying TNA any attention. So actually, me giving AEW attention is a bit of an exception. Duke Hudson's got his blonde hair, and he's got some lovely gold pants on. The lovely gold pants of Duke Hudson. What was your favourite cartoon shows? Well, I love Simpsons. But then things like Doug. Amazing. Hey Arnold. Amazing. I did watch Rugrats. I wasn't... it was alright. Yeah, it was a bit young for me at the time, but my brother enjoyed it, so we watched it. And it's just easy to watch. You know, you got back from school, it was on, you put it on. I was quite happy sitting there, like, you know, having a snack and watching Rugrats. So I wasn't crazy about it, but it was fine. But I liked Ren and Stimpy, Rocko's Modern Life, Hey Arnold, Doug. You know, you'd quite happily watch Tom and Jerry and all those old ones that are always just on. So I'd watch them. Yeah, I don't know. Stuff like that, really. But Simpsons was always, like, probably the best. That was the one that it was a real treat. Simpsons, I think, was only on Sky One, and I didn't have Sky One, so I couldn't watch it when I was young. Used to have to try and, like, get videotapes. You know, those videotapes that just had 3 episodes on. That's crazy, isn't it? There was videotapes that only had 3 episodes on. And they used to charge you, like, £10 for them. It's nice. So Duke Hudson goes over the top rope, gets round the back of Cameron Grimes and hits a German. Has anyone ever collated who has spent the most time in a wrestling ring I mean, if a wrestler, it would be a badge of honor. I don't think so, no. Not to my knowledge. Not amount of time actually in the ring. Most matches, yes. But not, to my knowledge, not most time. Ren and Stimpy was great. Beavis and Butthead, Simpsons, and South Park. Beavis and Butthead, I just couldn't get my head around. The actual cartoon bits, I enjoyed. But then they would sit on a sofa and watch a music video. And I had no idea what was happening at that point. I didn't know if they were real music videos. I didn't know if they'd created them themselves. I must admit the music I heard didn't grab me. So I wasn't really feeling it. I mean, I think it's a lot of like hair rock, metal bands. But not cool. Well, I suppose it was cool metal at the time. But yeah, a lot of stuff that I was just like, I don't know what this is. So I like the animated bit, but then the music video bit, I was like, I think I was just a bit young for it. Maybe, I don't know. It was like, it didn't really grab me. Weren't my kind of music. I went back and checked your first stream. It was Backlash 2018. Austin guessed it right. It's interesting. Backlash? I haven't got a clue. I actually would have thought a Raw. They were real music videos. Yeah, I know that now. Yeah. I didn't have a clue at the time. Not a clue. I didn't know if the people that made the show had made them. Because I didn't recognize any of the bands. I didn't recognize any of the songs. I just didn't recognize them. So, do you agree with people that say 2016 SmackDown Live was amazing? I'd have to go back and refamiliarize myself with it, to be honest, before saying yes or no. I can't remember. Did the brand split come in that year? The brand split might have come in that year, and so that might have been the first year that we had the brand split back, which, if so, maybe it was amazing for that reason. 2003 Teen Titans is the best, says Austin. Do you watch Cartoon Network? Some stuff is good, but regular show is good. Oh, some stuff is dumb. I don't watch Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network or anything now. I mean, I did when I was young, but I don't watch them now. I think Cartoon Network has like a late night kind of for adults. It's not Adult Swim, is it? Is Adult Swim on there? I don't know. I don't know what Adult Swim stuff. I mean, that's like Robot Chicken. That can be quite funny. I enjoyed that. Obviously, that was much older then, but Robot Chicken's good. You should see what Beavis and Butthead do on the couch when the camera's on. Daniel said, are you excited for Winter is coming tomorrow? Yeah, I am. I am, because I think it's their last big show, isn't it, really? And I don't think WWE have got any more big shows. There's no more pay-per-views in December. So I'm not aware of any like big shows WWE have got. NXT have just had theirs. So really, tomorrow's the last big wrestling show of 2021. I mean, I expect some surprises. I expect some great matches. I'm sure Raw will still deliver some moments, and I'm sure NXT will and whatever, but kind of feels like this is a bit of a pay-per-view kind of a show, So, yeah, I am. It'll be like farewell to 2021 in a way. Robot Chicken scared me as a child. My grandma used to put on Robot Chicken for me when I was a kid. She thought it was a kid's show. If you're over 12 watching Cartoon Network, that's embarrassing. Adult Swim is on Cartoon Network in the USA. It comes on after 8, and it's basically a whole new channel. That's interesting. I know that has some interesting stuff on it. Is it like Archer on there? And Robot Chicken, I think, was on there. And Regular Show, maybe. There's a lot. It's just a bit weird, and it's more for adults. Do you think there's any chance Wyndham shows up tomorrow? 100%. Yeah, 100%. No, I don't know, about 5%. I think he's off doing his film, but I do think he's going to go to AEW. Simpsons. I'm looking forward to AEW tomorrow. Do you remember when there was wrestlers in Baywatch? Not really. I think I've seen some clips. But not really. I remember Thunder in Paradise with Hogan. We've got a poker table in the ring. Cameron Grimes jumps over the poker table. 1, 2. Kick out by Duke Hudson. Days Raw got 1.58. That's actually more than I thought. That's more than I thought. I thought it was going to be lower than that. I said I thought it felt like a low one. You can sort of tell by how many people are around on the watch-along. It felt like it was going to be a low one. I'm actually surprised it's not lower. I'm having so much nostalgia just thinking about regular show. I really enjoy that show. I love Family Guy, Simpsons, American Dad, and Bob's Burger. I've not enjoyed anything from Cartoon Network in years. Robin said, this is a decent match. Got Cameron Grimes up in the corner. Duke Hudson. We've got Grayson Waller live next. He was going to, like, razor's edge him through that poker table. Super kick. Yeah, puts him through it. Puts him through the poker table. He goes to pin him. His shoulders weren't quite down, so she wouldn't count it. 1, 2. Kick out. Kick out. Let's go, Grimes. I never got into Adventure Time much. I preferred the amazing world of Gumball. What is the best Christmas present in the world? A broken drum. You just can't beat it, says Chronix Effect. Right, we got Hudson on the outside. He's going underneath the ring, and he's got Razor Ramon. He's got the Clippers, the LA Clippers. So he gets the chair, which is, he's battered, by the way, and it's bent. He's grabbing Cameron Grimes' hair. Oh, and he gets kicked in the face. The Clippers go flying. Duck underneath. Oh, reverse Rana. Nice. The stomp. 1, 2, 3. Cameron Grimes wins. Cameron Grimes wins. That's got to be it now, yeah? That's got to be it. Duke Hudson's done. You're done, mate. You're done. Good lively crowd, isn't it? That's better. That feels a bit more like NXT. That's better. This crowd's better. I like the crowd all being on their feet and... Oh, there we go, look. His bald head has been exposed. Cameron Grimes puts on the blonde wig, chucks it out to the crowd. There we go. That ref sucks at approaching the count. The match was really fun, says Robin. Bold Hudson. Bold Hudson. Baldy Hudson. Cameron Grimes to the moon. There we go. Yeah, that was okay. It was okay. Right, backstage with Cora Jade. I'm excited. The doctors have medically cleared me. Here's Dakota. When Raquel finds someone talented, she latches on. Why has she come dressed as a flipping car wash? Thanks, Mom, but I don't need the advice. Mom? Just freaking out about being called Mom. Alright, here's Grayson Waller. No one's impressed with him. They're appalled. They are appalled. Waller, no friends. Ian, shout out to you. Has WWE made an NFT yet? They would have a new way of stealing money. Yeah, of course. They've already been on it. They did some, they did an Undertaker one, didn't they? Keanu Reeves. Carrie Moss. Matrix Revolution. December 22nd. Watch it now. No thanks. This Dakota Kai gimmick is so strange. Mama Kota? Mama Kai? Right, we are at commercial break. That's So Raven is probably my favourite Disney Channel show. The hell is that? Does it star Raven from WWE? They're trying to position Grayson Waller as a major heel, but I genuinely don't care. We all knew Gargano was leaving, like you said. I know, yeah. It's like Johnny came out to say goodbye, and he just took a few, shots at the end. So, I don't know, what am I meant to be upset about? That he ruined the goodbye? Well, Johnny's leaving anyway. Johnny said, I don't know what's next, so I got the answer I wanted. It's not like I didn't get the answer. Plus, also, I saw Johnny sat in the ring all emotional with Tommaso. So, I mean, what did he actually do? What did he actually disrupt? What did he do? Wrestler attacks wrestler in wrestling ring. Oh, my God. Oh, my guys, I can't believe it. Let me jot that down. Wrestler attacks wrestler in wrestling ring. I don't know about you. I am appalled. I can't believe it. Yeah. Don't care what anyone says. Duke won that match. The ref was blind and biased. Someone needs to rub Duke Hudson's bald head while saying the magic words, "O Genie of the Lamp." You got a higher power. I like the colours in Kai's outfit, but overall the outfit did look like a car wash. Johnny is doing his first Twitch stream tonight, just chatting and answering any questions. That's cool. I like Johnny. He's a good guy. No one had anything bad to say about him. He seems like a great guy. Sounds like they ripped that off AEW. Yeah. Brawl. Just a brawl. Let's have a brawl. Dune. New films. Coming to BT soon. I still want to see that James Bond film. Right, here we go. It's going to be Grayson Waller next. Don't know if you saw, but yesterday on Raw, Riddle said I think they were talking about like things they should do or could do, and he was like, I could be a shaman, which I thought was a good line. Obviously because of last week's NXT. He might be on this week's. Dun 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 dun. Days, I just ordered the NXT title. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, here we go. Look, Briggs Jensen. Hello. No other girls are here. That truck's damn cool. Oh, is that Kayden? Yeah. And there's Kacy. Briggs, Jensen, partying with... Well, that looks fun, doesn't it, guys? That looks fun. I don't know why, but like Kacy and Kayden just seem like the two least enjoyable girls to actually go to a festival with. I don't know why. They don't strike me as like party animals. Just having a polite little dance in a field. Cool. Well, wild, isn't it? Here's Grayson Waller. Here's the Gargano killer. Tell you what, this crowd are laying in. Have they paid this crowd? I don't understand. This crowd are really into it, aren't they? A-hole chance. What was that, says LSW? That was a festival. It's where a load of people go to listen to bands, and like they tend to camp out. Yeah. When you get a bit older, you'll get to go to them. He says he loves it. You can never fail if you bet on yourself. But that wise man outstayed his welcome. Are they saying shut the F up? Oh, shut the hell up. PG crowd. Shut the hell up, please. Shut the hell up, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You annoy us. You annoy us. I thought they were saying shut the F up. They're saying shut the hell up. It's very good of them. Is this crowd, do you reckon, like a fake crowd or something? Fence, they are chanting a-hole. Boom. This is heat. Mad heat. I am the NXT superstar. I ended the career. It already ended it though. You didn't end the career. He'd literally just said he was leaving. You complained online about someone that's more successful than you. Seeing tweets. VSW. Hey, LSW, is that your burner account? VSW? Did you send the word coward? LSW, how many SWs are there, please? Because there was a tweet there from VSW, and I'm a little bit suspicious. Big Joseph. Here's Big Joseph. Well, it's the Big Joe. Why didn't he call him Big Joe? Oh, come on, mate. Come on. You should have gone Big Joe. Well. Is he going for a match against Big Joseph? What's happening here? We're all over the road. He doesn't need friends. Don't need any of you. His wrestling ability. The only thing he needs is Grayson Waller. There we go. VS dub. That's my brother, said Ellis dub. Is there a TS dub? I want to know if there's a dub. Is there a rubber dub? Is there a rubber dub? MSK. MSK found the shaman. MSK. I'm gonna put my shaman hat on, bro. Oh yeah, what's in the bag? Whoa. Here's Diamond Mine. Whoa. I'm going to go on IG and roast Waller again till he sees my story. VS dub versus LS dub. Winner gets to keep the S dub. Totes. I'll beat Bron by myself. Let's do this. Oh, Ivy Niall next. I like Ivy Niall. Ivy Niall next. Did you enjoy your bootios from a few years ago? The video with the guest in. I didn't. I didn't. Because I got pranked, didn't I? I'm going to tweet at Waller after the show and give him a piece of my mind. Bro. Ivy Niall in action. Ivy Niall's cool, man. Ivy Niall is cool. Ivy Niall. Don't know who she's facing. Ivy Niall is cool, says Justin. She is cool. Right. What have we had so far then? We've had a weird little Grayson Waller promo. I mean, I don't really know where that's going because he can't face Johnny Gargano. We've had a no-holds-barred match. And now we've got Ivy Niall. I can't remember what else we've got tonight, to be honest. I know we've got Bron Breakker against Roderick Strong. I wonder if that's our main event. And I know that we've got Cora Jade in action as well. That one, I don't think that'll be the main event. It'll probably be Bron Breakker, won't it? Let's have a look. To the moon. Harland. Oh, yeah, we got the Harland debut. So, Cora Jade against Dakota Kai. Cameron Grimes against Duke Hudson. We've had that. Harlan makes his debut, and Bron Breakker versus Roderick Strong. So, already half an hour gone. Days, one time during Christmas, I was around 6, 7 years old. I saw Santa or someone downstairs. The thing was, my parents were sleeping. Grade 2 comes along. They brought a Santa. He said he saw me. What? You were 6 or 7. You went downstairs. You saw a Santa, but your parents were asleep. Don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. You got broken into by William Hensey. Breakker should lose again, says Salvador. Harlan debut, says Robin. It was funny with Matt Riddle. He was on all 3 shows last week. Can see him 2 Raws NXT. Riddle is amazing. I'm in between believing if Santa is truly fake or real because of that story. Maybe Ben and Jerry's will name an ice cream after Bron Breakker. They could call it Bron Breakker Brickle. I don't know what that means. I don't think we have Bron Breakker Brickle or whatever a brickle is. We have cookie dough. We have cookie dough. Call the cops. Right, here we go. Hello, Shane. Hope you are well. The Santa dude at school told me he saw me on the stairs, and I've never seen that Santa guy again. Oh, Lash Legend is here. Lashing out with Lash Legend. Okay. Ikimanjiro, you are my hero. Ikimanjiro. And KUSHIDA. It's jacket time! Style strong. She does a lot with her hands. There is a lot going on in shit. There is so much going on with her. I've never known someone talk with their hands as much as what she does. Grayson Waller, you have no respect. We are the ultimate team. We always have smiles on our faces. Tonight we will wipe the floor with yours. I love her new gimmick. The one that used to be Tian Sha. I love, like, she's there with the... in the front row. She's like, what? What's happening? What's happening? Oh, I love her gimmick. I could get into that gimmick. That might save NXT for me. Amari... what's her name? Atari. I don't know. Ivan R versus an Atari computer. That's what we've got right now. Atari. Look at Ivy Niall. Finish her. Nice. Ivy Niall, man. Ivy Niall down. Head scissors keeping a pin down. Lashing out with Lash Legend is just awful. I've now back up to her feet. Is there bubbles? I feel like there's bubbles. There's bubbles. Where's the bubbles? Where's the bubbles? There's bubbles. Where's the bubbles? Where are the flipping bubbles coming from? Shawn Michaels been like, fire up the bubble machine or something. You know what this match needs? Needs bubbles. Needs bubbles. Atari's gone down. Wow, it really has. I mean, honestly, PlayStation killed it off. Face first into the middle. Bubbles are not bubbles! There are bubbles! What, we're just going to ignore the bubbles, are we? Ivy Niall. Really hard to take a killer woman seriously when there's like bubbles in the background. Great press-ups. Let's go, Ivy. Let's go. Nice slap suplex. Awful. West Ham have invaded. West Ham have invaded. Absolutely right. God damn. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Have we seen that ref before as well? I don't know if I've seen that ref. Maybe she's been around forever, but I don't remember seeing her. She looks like she's about 15. How old is that ref? I swear to God, she looks like she's at school. I mean, I know they were going younger, but I know they were like, if you're over 30, we're not too keen on you. I didn't realise they were going for flipping 12-year-olds now. I mean, that is real investment in the future. Spin kick by Atari. Takedown by Ivy. That's a lovely takedown. Ivy Niall's top's coming off. I mean, she does have another top underneath. 1. Dragon. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, that is lovely. Oh, I love that. Not only did she get the dragon applied, she actually went round the back with her other hand so that she could get extra leverage on it. That's lovely. Oh, that's lovely, that is. Oh, I like you. Round there, and then that arm round the back. Tighten it. Oh. XY Zion Quinn's here, guys. You see Electra. Now I know the rules of the game you're playing, Electra. Game on. Robert Stone. Move it forward. Robert Stone. Robert Stone will be taken serious. Von Wagner. Robert Stone seems interested in Von Wagner. Here's Gacy and Haaland. This is your time. Stroke his face. Stroke his face. Stroke his face. Stroke his face. Oh, it didn't stroke his face. Von is here. It's a bit weird promo from Von, wasn't it? I'm going to smash and pound them into the ground. A little bit weird. I mean, you know, it's good to have a hobby. He's going to smash. I'm going to smash. Von Wagner is cringe. He's not a great promo, is he? Harlan time. Wagner's voice doesn't match how he looks. If we had a match between RK Bro, MSK, and grizzled young veterans for the Raw Tag Team Championship, wouldn't that be a good match to book now on Raw or maybe on NXT? I'm not a big fan of triple threats. I would do a singles match. I'd do MSK against RK Bro. Winner can face grizzled young veterans. But, yeah, I'd be down for that. Stroke his face. I can do that for you. Austin, I would flipping love it. I will buy you the ticket. I will buy you the ticket for you to go to NXT. I'll buy you the plane ticket as well. If you promise me that during the show, you will go and stroke his face. If you jump over the barrier, go up to Haaland and stroke his face like that, I have no problems. No problems at all, seriously. Because I know for a fact this community will whip together to get you the plane ticket. We'll get you entry into NXT. We can get you hotel accommodation. The medical bills after, you're going to have to cover. I can't cover them. All right? But if you reckon that you are going to go and stroke Haaland's face and survive, all right, that would be TV gold. TV flipping gold. The ratings would go through the roof for NXT. The ratings would go to the moon. That's what they would do. No, I said I would do that to you, but I would turn down that to Haaland. I said stroke his face. I didn't say stroke my face, did I? Come on, man. Come on, man. Just promise me you'll think about the Haaland thing. Just think about it. You'll be famous. Think about the guy that attacked Seth. He's famous now, isn't he? We all respect him. He won our respect. You could be just like him, Austin. You could be just like him. So popular and famous. Wow. Stroke his face. Stroke his face. Wouldn't that bankrupt the stream? No, look, we'd have a whip around it. Be absolutely fine. Listen, what we lose in money, we gain in just pure joy when we watch it. I would creep out Haaland. I don't deny that, actually. I don't deny that. Austin is a coward. Could you imagine a faction of giants? That would be fun. Okay, here's Riddle. What was in the bag? What else is in this bag? Scissors. Glasses. Double batteries. One earbud. A baseball bat. A traffic cone. I mean, they literally did this in Mary Poppins. Do you remember Mary Poppins? Oh, that's cool. The old US spinner belt. That's cool. I mean, when they were pulling out a baseball bat and a traffic cone, I was like, The US spinner belt? That's nice. Imagine if Riddle won a title and they let him customize it. That'd be so cool. To find what you're really looking for, you gotta dig deep. Another one? I don't know what this is. Is Vince part of this? They've all got scooters. Okie dokie. Here is Haaland. Who's he facing? Jabba. Jabba the Hutt. Who? West Side Gun. West Side Gun's here, guys. West Side Gun. Okay, well, here we go. Haaland debut. It's like he escaped. Oh, Guru Raj? So, Haaland standing in the center, locking up with Guru Raj. Guru Raj gets thrown down. Face first. And again. And again. He's just smacking Guru Raj's head into the mat. It's like he's trying to saw his head off with his forearm. He's trying to saw his head off with his forearm. He's having his way with Guru Raj. Why has his one boot got like some white wrapped round it? I don't like his attire at all. It looks like he's wearing Crocs. He beats Guru Raj. And this music's awful. There's a lot of awfulness there. Stroke his face. Stroke his face. Stroke his face. Stroke his face. Oh. They're not doing the face stroke thing again, are they? Right, smacks his face down. Haaland destroying Guru Raj. This is sort of like Paul Bearer Undertaker-esque, isn't it? They should be able to tell this story very easily. They've done it. Stroke his face, please. It gives me Eric Rowan vibes with his attire. Right, here's LA Knight. Yeah. Okay. Such a violent, adorable dude. The music doesn't match the gimmick. No. It's not his music. Yeah. Right, here's Cora Jade. Cora Jade. Oh, Mandy Rose has come out. Mandy Rose has come out. Against Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai. NXT 2.0 has arrived. NXT shop. Cora jobbed to Red Velvet on Dark, said J14. It all depends how the fans respond to his persona in the ring. LA Knight is an entertaining promo, says Robin. I thought the Haaland debut was alright. I don't think it was anything special. He just sort of slammed him down, tried to saw at his head a little bit, picked him up, planted him down, and that was that. It felt a bit halfway. I mean, I don't think the attire looks great. That's not his entrance music. Really, it's I don't know what it is. To be honest, it's not. It's kind of a debut, but then there's so much that's not. We haven't seen his entrance. We haven't seen his proper attire. We haven't seen his proper music. Like, it was literally just got in there, destroyed a guy, and left. So it's hard to really judge so far. But at least the ball has started to roll for Haaland. So, why does Cora Jade ride around on a skateboard? I don't get it. Will you please ride the skateboard one day? Don't just jump on the ropes and hold it like a trophy. Perhaps like it's her gimmick, but she's scared of it or something. A licorice pizza commercial. I do not... Not here. Not here. It's the film that is taking our community by storm, but I unfortunately have no visibility on it. The flip side, we have so many that love us and we love them, but we tend to focus on the ones that do not hate us. They are not important, says William. Nice. Nicole says, licorice pizza. I think Tommy has done more to promote that than the actual makers of the film. Does anyone else think EO's star power has gone way down? I don't know, to be honest, because do you know the other day when Xia Li debuted? For a brief second, I thought that was Io Shirai, and I was getting a bit excited. I was like, is it? Is it? I just wondered, and then it wasn't. And instead it was Xia Li taking out the front row with the blades and everything. But I did wonder. I think she'll be all right when she goes to the main roster, Io. Because in all fairness, they tend to hit refresh, restart anyway, don't they, when they go to the main roster? So, Sonya Deville addresses rumoured heat with Ronda Rousey. I'm thinking Cora doesn't know how to ride a skateboard. Right, we are at commercial break. I got a licorice pizza ad on YouTube once. Bum, 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 bum. Right, we're going back to Dakota Kai against Cora Jade as we move from the first hour into the second hour. Here's Haaland. Oh, mistake. That dude just touched Haaland. Oh, nice, and got thrown down the stairs. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Camera cuts were good as well. It is weird how he stood on the stairs like... Dakota Kai's here. The car wash. At the car wash. Whoa, 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 whoa. At the car wash, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. At the car wash. Whoa, whoa, whoa. At the car wash, yeah. It's pretty wild, isn't it? Right, we've got Mandy Rose on commentary. We've got Car Wash Woman. We've got Cora Jade. Big boot by Dakota. I love what Haaland did. It's a masterpiece. This is how Lumis should have been presented. Not as a person trying to find love. He threw him down the stairs like he owed him money. It's nice, wasn't it? It's done well. Dakota Kai going against the ropes. A little bit botchy by Cora Jade. She is only 12. Around the back of Dakota. Backslide to... One. Just a one. I don't know, is someone screeching? I'm hearing what is it? Let's go. I don't understand. Let's go, Kota, socks! It's like, ah! Someone's like screeching at the end of that chant. Let's go, Kota, what? Let's go, Kota, what? It's a wild chant. Let's go, Kota, what? I didn't even know what they were saying. It's like Kota's whack or something. Let's go, Kota's whack. They're having fun. And that's all that matters. They're having a lovely time. It's a lovely day out. Bending back the arm. Bit of joint manipulation. Days, the guy that got thrown down the stairs was Brian Kendrick. Was it really? I didn't recognise him if it was. Boom. Jumping down on the arm. Cora. Smile on the face of Dakota. They're asking, is Cora Jade toxic attraction material, I think. I think they're asking about Cora Jade. They might be asking about Dakota Kai. Either way, the answer comes back, no. No, she's not toxic attraction material. She can actually wrestle. Roll up by Cora Jade. Kick out. Forearm strike by Cora Jade. Stroke his face. Stroke his face. Stroke his face. Days, that person has been to the past few shows and started screaming during Dakota's matches. I don't know why. Oh, I've never noticed. I've never noticed. Cora Jade getting back into this. Dakota Kai getting back up. Cora Jade pacing around on the other side of the ring. Charging over. Clothesline. Down goes Dakota. And again. Against the ropes. No. Takedown. Big knee strike by Cora Jade. Cora Jade getting up. Drop kick. Down goes Dakota. 1, 2. Kick out. Cute skateboard girl versus granny pants. I don't know, dude. I ain't never seen no granny wearing them pants. Have you seen the back of them? Actually, in all fairness, the back of them's not as high as they usually are. Normally, they look like granny pants, but the back, actually, is quite revealing. But these ones are actually a little less revealing, aren't they? Even so. I ain't never seen no granny wearing them pants. I'm up for it, though. Why can't I say sexy without the emoji? What, does it come up with that when you write the word sexy? Does it do it with all of it? Oh, I've never known that. Days is sexy. Let's have a look. No, no, it's done it. It lets me do it. Oh, it lets me do it. Ah, botches. The mods demand to say words that it won't allow us to say. I don't know what to tell you. It lets me do it. Dakota with a shovel. Oh, hello. They're pulling back and forth with a shovel. 2, 3. Cora Jade wins. We're being blocked from saying the word sexy and boobs. I don't know what to tell you, mate. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I ain't blocking you from saying them. Sexy. Why would it block you from saying boobs? Let me say anything. Let me say what I want. Oh, hang on. It's not showing the word I typed. I wrote sexy on there and it doesn't put it on there. It's blocking me. Let's try it. I'm going to write the word sexy. Right, I've typed sexy. It won't let you say it, will it? Wow. Don't know. Don't know what to tell you. Told you it won't let us write it. I don't know what to tell you. It won't let me either. Mandy Rose attacks from behind. Cora Jade. Getting planted down by Mandy Rose. Mandy. There we go. Well done, everyone. Well done. It even blocked me from saying hot yesterday. We're being oppressed. This is what oppression feels like. Right, we're backstage. There's Grayson Waller. What? My daddy says you're a terrible person. That's that rich girl? EO's having a go at... Pulls up a seat. Yeah. I think she likes me. You should have said that was hot. That's that new girl, the rich girl. We haven't seen her debut yet. She just spoke to him, but she had her back to the camera. So she hasn't got off to a great start, has she? Hey, it's Tony. Hey, gone down to the meat market. Hey, Ma, you want any meat from the meat market? Got Tony against Andre Chase. That's right. Tony versus Mr. Chase. La, 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 la. Tony. Hey, gone down to the meat market. The GOAT is here. Io Shirai reminded me of Asuka. Tommaso is going to kill him, says Quinn. Hayden said Tony is my favourite. Gigi had a Jimmy Rave tribute, says James. Oh, yeah, halftime scores. Halftime scores. Everybody get in your halftime scores. What do you think of the show? The halftime scores. Make your voice heard now. We need Glock Anderson. Halftime scores. That's a spicy meatball. Oh, I could go for some meatballs, actually. Oh. I'd love some balls. Right. We got 50 minutes to go. 50 minutes to go. Five says Trey. 9.7 says Brendan. 7 says Robin. 7 says Justin. Austin says... Rye said 525. Max says 7. Storms Elite says 7. 1987 Big Fan says 5. Justin Archer says 6. Storms Elite says 7. We got 7. We got 6. We got 6. We got Shixie. We got 6. 575. 7, 6. Adrian with the 6.5. 6, 6. Mac with the 7. 6. 7.25. 6. 5.5. 6, 6. 7. 6.25. Days, did you know that Zelina Vega hasn't lost a TV match since September? I did not know that, no. 6.25, 6. Stream Live NHL Games, 9.7. J14 says 5.75. Boomers TV says 8.25. Legicula says 6. 5.5. 6. 5. 6. Copycat 14. Botch 316. It's all happening in the chat. Surge with the 6. Lots of copying. Lots of claims of copying. You hate to see it. It's tearing this community apart. Rice said nothing over a 7. Salvador with a 5.5. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I do agree with you guys. It's been alright. It's been alright. I've seen worse. Austin said, now everyone is copying me. David said, I'm at a 5 out of 10. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, there's not long left. 48 minutes. And we've got a wonderful main event. Bron Breakker versus Roderick Strong. That should be what I like to call a lot of fun. So, yeah, we got that coming up. And I don't know what else we've got coming up. Well, Tony versus Andre Chase. I just wish it was an hour. I just wish it was an hour. I think NXT is an hour. If you just took these 2-hour shows and made them an hour, they'd be, like, infinitely better. Something happened to this meatball. Something happened to you. Right, we are just waiting to go back to it. It's like the Spider-Man pointing me. It's exactly like that. You're absolutely right. Vishanti said, days in WWE 2K22. A surprise roll-up should be an OMG moment. Oh, what's this? Who's she? Raquel and Dakota. There's railings down, trash cans down. 9 nights ago, we've had Tony and Pete Dunne. So he's got Pete Dunne's mouth guard. There's Andre Chase. And the Chasettes up in the stand. I don't know what they're called. Tony all in black now. Is this heel versus heel? Have we got that brilliant match that we all enjoy watching of heel versus heel? Days, Rob Stardom follows me because he is a Canadian wrestler. Very nice. Tony Chance. Big strike. I mean, there's chance for Tony, but he was kind of a heel at War Games. And he's stolen Pete Dunne's mouthpiece. But then, isn't Pete Dunne a heel? I'm like, oh my god, I don't know what's happening anymore. Did you hear about Lindelof suffering breathing difficulties after the Norwich game? No, I didn't, no. Is he one of them that's been suffering with COVID, is he? Lovable heel versus annoying heel. What do you think of the handling of both women's tag titles in WWE? I'm at a point where I want a unification. To be honest, I'm thinking, did they decide to have NXT women's tag titles so that they could bring through some women's tag teams ready for the main roster? That would be my question. You know, are they using the women's tag titles as a way to bring through Toxic Attraction, Kayden and Kacy, whoever else is in a tag team, Indi and that Persia? Perhaps they're using the NXT ones to bring through some women's tag teams so that then that are some women's tag teams on the main roster. I don't know. All I can tell you is that the booking has not been brilliant, has it? I mean, what you want are proper women's tag teams. That's what you want. Proper women's tag team. Not 2 single stars thrown together, but proper women's team with a proper women's team name. Strikes coming in by Andre Chase. Where's Dunn? And telling someone to shut up, mate. Shut up, mate. Yeah, I miss him. He's shouting out letters and they're chanting along. Chase you. Right, Andre Chase in control of Tony. Against the ropes goes Chase. It's one of the... There's a guy with a massive flag for Chase University. I'm not sure this Chase University thing's going to work, but I like them in the stands. Let's go, Tony chants. Choose Star Trek or Star Wars. I think Star Wars is better. But if I could only choose one, I'd choose Star Trek because there's so many episodes. You'd have way more to watch. So I would choose Star Trek. But I think Star Wars has had a bigger effect on things. But I did like Next Generation. Next Generation was pretty cool. They need to bring back Mandy Rose to SmackDown or Raw. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you simp Miss Clown 1? Doesn't go high enough, does it? Right, at the moment, Tony is in control against Andre Chase. Nice. Northern Lights. And he's trying to... no? 1, 2, 3. Yep, got it. The referees really do look to see if the shoulders are down, don't they? I've seen that a few times tonight. Tony wins. I like how the crowd turned around to that. There's a dude there. There's a dude that's turned around to all of those. And they're doing that to him. They're doing that to the Chase people in the crowd. Lol. Eat that, Jedi. Even 10 feels too low. No, it's not COVID related. Lindelof has a heart monitor on now. Oh. I haven't heard this news at all. Why does it feel like NXT is the only brand that's not recovered from the pandemic? Having the full sale packed crowd since WWE backroom normality. This is the new normal for NXT. Tony D has got the world on a string, if you know what I mean. Not a flipping clue, mate. I guess I'm head of the class now. Tea and crumpet goof. Does that make me a tea and crumpet goof? Am I a tea and crumpet goof? Here's Peter. You better defend our honour, Pete. He just called us a tea and crumpet goof. Let's see if you can hold that same energy face to face. Has anyone ever told you you've got a face only your mother would love? I bet you want that, but no, it's a mouthpiece. Take it easy, tough guy. Right, he's grabbing the fingers of Tony. He's bending back Tony's fingers, snapping Tony's fingers. It's a little weird, wasn't it? It's just a little bit like, why did Pete Dunne just allow him to walk away? It's a bruiserweight chant. And now he's got his mouthpiece back. Does anyone else think this is just weird? Okay. Okay. Oh, they're having a match next week. There's Bron. Oh, he looks a bit better without the top bit on, to be honest. Yeah, no one likes you, Waller. You want me out the locker room? Okay. Real superstars have their own locker rooms anyway. Okay. What's this now? Fire. Oh, is this Boa? Is he still possessed? I ain't gonna cope with this if he's still flipping possessed. It's an unspoken power. Boa. Boa versus Inoue, feuding over a mouthpiece. Do you feel like someone like Vince would want Tony to bulk up before joining the main roster? I mean, like, Tony feels a bit like a jobber, doesn't he? He feels like the Brooklyn Brawler. So I don't know how much of a problem it's going to be. Certainly if he wants to do something with him, I think he'd have to bulk up, yeah. Days, if WWE would have the copyright for Brock Lesnar, would he call himself Bork Laser? A funny name for Brock. If he had his trademark, he should change his name to Bork Laser. I would imagine he'd just pick a different name. I've never seen Dave so excited to see someone like he does Boa. I mean, give me a shout when it's done. Just give me a holler when it's over. Tony is already bulked up. Tony is bulked up. I think, like, he might need a bit of muscle definition. I mean, he's bulked, but I don't know if there's... He's got muscle, but he could probably do with, like, maybe cutting, actually. Getting a bit shredded. You know, like me. Get shredded like me. I've got 50 subs. I'm on the road to 60. Good luck. Austin says... That's what Austin said. They're feuding over a mouthpiece. Dalton said, breaking news. Rebby Hardy commented on my tweets. Did she swear at you? Did you see the Leeds game? I watched the Leeds game, dude. We covered it over on the Football Days channel. And we're back tomorrow with another game as well. Live watch-along. It's good, wasn't it? 7-0. Don't see that every day. And I didn't have a single player in my fantasy team. That means to cut down weight, not bulk. Can I have your gym routine? Yeah. So, you might want to get a pen and paper. So there's a lot to cover. So what I do is I wake up. I Google where my nearest gym is. Have a little look, see how far is it from where I am to where that gym is. And then I continue to not go. And focus on just streaming and doing other things. And then I think, oh, I really do need to go. I probably should go. I'll check again tomorrow. And then what I do is go back to bed and then wake up and then I go, is there a closer gym that's opened yet? Or is it still a good 25 minutes away? And then I'll Google it and it'll still be 25 minutes away. And then I still won't go. But then I'll go, oh, I'll have a look tomorrow. So that's pretty much what I do every day. That's my gym routine. And one day I will go. I will go. And everyone will be like, oh my God, you're so buff. And I'll be like, I know. Right. Inoue is in the ring right now. Inoue. Boa. Miss Clown 1 sends you workout videos. No, I send him workout videos. Why do you think he's so swole? I'm disappointed. I had my pen and paper ready. Well, then you've written down some really good stuff, haven't you? Right, we're just seeing a couple of weeks ago. I love going to the gym. I bought a used car from Tony. Huge mistake, says Kevin. Right. Low kick coming in by Inofe. Chops coming in by Inofe. Uppercut. Is this just going to be a normal match? Do you reckon it'll just be a normal match? Inofe over the top. Kick to the midsection. Boa picking up Inofe, slamming him down. Inofe's got a decent look. I don't mind Inofe's look. One count. One. Kick to the back by Boa. $1 Million Dream. $1 Million Dream. Solo Sikoa's watching backstage. Did they just said Coach Brian Kendrick? Is it a Brian Kendrick I'm thinking about? Huh? She got up and I left after my face turned red. Boa is awesome, said Austin. Knee strike by Boa. Double underhook. Nice. Suplex by Boa. 1, 2. Kick out. Knee straight to the back. Boa in control. Half an hour to go, but we know our main event is Bron Breakker against Roderick Strong. That'll be pretty fun. Looking forward to that. I think, didn't they say that the Grizzled Young Veterans have got a match tonight as well, I think? What do you call a bunch of chess players bragging about their games in a hotel lobby? Chestnuts boasting in an open foyer. I would have skipped that. I would have skipped that one. Days, read my comment. It's a true story. Like, just lowered my head and was like, went bad to myself. I don't know what your story is. Is it emotional? Is it like Casablanca? Knowing you, it will be. Knowing you, it'll be one of those love stories that's really cute. Kick to the midsection by Boa. Crowd are flat, man. Crowd are flat. I don't blame them. Right on the jaw. Boa. Nice kick, actually, by Boa. Fair play. 1, 2, 3. Boa wins. I don't understand. You know when Boa was... Do you remember when Boa was stolen and being, like, abused? And they stole Xia Li and they were punishing her as well? Why did they come back as, like, so timid and awful? Like, why didn't they come back like this Boa? Why are we only getting this Boa now? I don't understand. I don't want Boa with superpowers, but this Boa with, like, the striking and everything there was really cool. There's nothing to hate there from Boa. That was fine. I need to end you, Dakota. Let's finish this in a street fight. Well, there we go. What we got now? Who are you? Jacket time. Jacket time versus Grizzled Young Veterans, I think. It's jacket time. Poor KUSHIDA. 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 One of the best talents from New Japan. Flip. God only knows what they'll do with the Carter if they got a Carter. They got a Kushida and chucked him in jacket time. Days, why don't two main people don't watch NXT no more? Why don't two main people don't watch NXT anymore? What are you on about? What are you on about, Johnny? What are you on about? I need like a decoder to try and work. I need a Dakota Kai to decode some of these messages. Raquel knows Dakota about to get these hands. Get these hands. Austin said, I need an LSW video reaction to that theme song. Wow, they've made Kushida into a joke. Kushida can't promo, says Robin. Jacket time. Kushida and Gargano had an amazing match earlier this year. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. I thought Kushida would be NXT champ by now. So did I. Days, what I meant to say is, why don't too many people watch NXT anymore? I think the same amount of people do, to be honest. The ratings haven't gone down. So I think they're still getting about 600,000. So I think they do. I think they're doing just as well as they were. Big Time Baxter said, really does feel like Balor has fallen down the card. Fans wanted Woods to win King of the Ring, only to mingle in a tag division. And now Balor suffered a lot of damage done. Kushida is small and can't cut a promo, and now that Vince is more at control of NXT, I'm not surprised Kushida is being booked like this. How does Darth Vader enjoy his Christmas turkey? On the dark side. I've seen this advert about 4 times now, this flipping car advert. Let's get started. Do you know Among Us on Xbox? I know the game. I've never played it, but I know of it. I want Dakota Kai and me together, says Paul Carpenter. Right, we are at commercial break. We got 25 minutes to go. I don't know why, but it just feels like the past 15, 20 minutes have really dragged. I don't know what it is. I kind of feel like the first hour is all right. And then for some reason, I could be in the minority, but it just feels like the past 15 minutes or so have just gone really slow. I don't know if it's because, like, perhaps, I don't know. I don't know why. Perhaps it was, like, got through the first hour, and then, like, we needed something to really kick on. But nothing significant is happening here. I feel like we are just literally wading in mud. I feel like I'm wading in mud. There's just nothing. There's just nothing. Don't get it. I don't get it. And then, like, what we got next? Jacket time against Grizzled Young Veterans. I mean, we are at the cutting edge of wrestling right now. The cutting edge. I think the main event will be all right. Bron Breakker. But yeah, I don't know. Or NXT in Christmas mode, do you think? Do you think they're like, we'll just see it through to Christmas now? See it through to Christmas. We'll start again in January. That'll do. Text Tornado to 90999 to donate $10. It's gone. I was actually listening then because every time it comes on, it cuts off. And it actually got further than it's got before. But BT Sport still cut it off, so I've just got a BT Sport graphic right now. Right, here's Waller. That's the Grayson Waller effect. LA Knight's down. LA Knight has been attacked. I did think that was his car. I was like, has he got the same car as him, or I think he's just stole his car. Right, we've got grizzled young veterans in the ring, and Kushida's gonna start us off. That sounded wrong. Grayson and Tiffany. He was with Tiffany. That's her name, isn't it, Tiffany? Have you lost hope for Balor possibly winning the WWE title, or has the amount of losses lately damaged his credibility? He's always there as an option, isn't he? I mean, I'm sure he will get it again one day. I mean, they gave it The Miz again. So I think they'll give it Balor again, but I think my hope has gone for him being a big star, like, main star, big, like... You never quite know where Balor's going to reach. And when he was in NXT the first time and he was the Demon, kind of felt like, wow, he is somewhat special. When he was the Demon, you were like, when this guy hits the main roster, everyone is going to go crazy for him. And they kind of did. But WWE just didn't seem to believe it, or back it, or buy it. In fairness, they did, because they put the first Universal title on him, and then he got injured in that match. And his whole momentum and everything just went. I mean, what would have happened if he'd have had a lengthy run at the top? I don't know. I mean, perhaps it would have just fizzled out anyway. But it's so hard to know what more he could do. I just think maybe it's his size that's counting against him again. But if it is his size, why flipping take him in the first place? Which is why it's probably better that they're not doing that now. Because honestly, if the size is that big of a problem and it's always the size, just don't take those people in the first place. Kushida on the outside. Do you have any NXT titles in your house? I've got a women's NXT UK title. I don't have, like, any NXT ones. I've got a mini NXT UK one here. These are nice. These mini replica belts. Don't know if you've seen them. But they're basically the titles in mini form. And I think if you was going to collect the titles, these are probably the good ones to get, because they're small, they're metal, they're exactly as detailed. Maybe some of the proportions are a bit out, because obviously the belt is a little bit bigger either side of the plate. I think that's the only downside with these, is the plates are just a bit small for the belt, I think. Like, I kind of feel like that main plate needs to be a little bit bigger. But it's not bad. It's not bad. And, yeah, I mean, I think you can get these for about £50, as opposed to, like, £200-300 for the main ones. Plus, also, you could get about, I don't know, how many of them could you get on a wall? Actually, do you know what? Now I'm holding it up. You could have a really killer collection of these. Couldn't you? You could have a really great collection. Like, you could have a big display on your wall with, like, 20 belts on. And they're all in this kind of little mini size. They're nice. I like them. I like them. Because I know there's people that like collecting belts. I'm a belt person myself, so... the detail on them as well. I mean, I don't know if you can see, but it's just like the real belt. Look at that. I mean, look at that. That is impressive, isn't it? That is impressive. And it's got a bit of weight to it as well. And it comes in a little belt thing as well. They're cool. Yeah, it's funny you should ask. I just literally had that there. And then Jeff Hardy happened. Things suck even worse. Right, Ikemen Jiro is in. Back elbow. Main event will be good, but it ain't saving this show. Against the ropes goes Ikemen Jiro. Round the back of grizzled young veterans. Ducking underneath. Springboard, cross body. Down goes grizzled young veterans. tag. In comes Kushida. Yeah, I mean, my favourite NXTs were when they were just an hour. I've got the John Cena replica orange title and the NXT title with Johnny Gargano side plates. Very nice. All I want for Christmas is you, Bailey. That was funny. That was brilliant. Last year saw the passing of Regis Philbin, the host of the American version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Can you see Balor in AEW, and what would he do? Yeah, well, you'd probably get him doing something with the Elite, or he started Bullet Club. He's the reason that Bullet Club formed. He created the name. So, like, yes, I can see him in AEW if things don't work out with WWE. And I would imagine that he would probably start something like a Balor Club or something like that. Like, I could see him being the leader of a faction. Diamond Mine coming down. The Creed brothers were looking to attack Grizzled Young Veterans, but Jacket Time land on top of the Grizzled Young Veterans. Belts wallpaper were possible. About 50 of those wrestling days to create a wallpaper. Yeah. They would be nice on a display. I don't think I've ever seen a miniature belt display. I'm sure if I went onto Instagram or something, I could probably find a picture of someone's mini belt display. I've seen a few belt collections, but they're hard, aren't they? 'Cause, I mean, each belt costs how many hundreds of pounds? Whereas these, you can get these for like 50 quid, which is expensive, don't get me wrong, you know what I mean? You ain't gonna get too many of them, but I don't know, it depends. If you're serious about buying belts and having like a miniature belt collection, you could have a killer one, man. Take you a long time, but Jacket Time wins. Jacket Time wins. Are those like belt buckles for your belt for your pants? No. Are the belt buckles for belts for your pants? I don't know what you mean. Do you mean are there belts that you can get? I mean, those studs go onto there so that you've got like a belt. And that's quite a nice way to display them as well, actually. You could have a load on it, like shelves, like that, and have it sealed. So you could display them that way. They probably have made some belt buckles. Yes, there probably are belt buckles that you can buy that are that have got, like, you know, belts on and whatever. Name it, they've probably made it. Pretty sure you can get a Linda McMahon stair lift. About it. What do you think of the amount of people that want Bryan to beat Hangman for the belt tomorrow? Hangman isn't going to lose it now, is he? I wouldn't think so, but I don't mind if he does. I think the value is in the chase. So I don't mind if he does lose it. Plus, you know, Daniel Bryan being the champion would be not bad to put it. I mean, people know Daniel Bryan. So him being champion and being on posters and whatever, I mean, it wouldn't be bad. I don't think they will have him win at this stage. I think they'll leave it on Hangman, but honestly, I'm not bothered. I'm not a massive Hangman fan. Paul Carpenter said, please make the Cruiserweight title the TV title. And is that Tiffany girl still wrestling as a tennis character? I don't know if she's a tennis character. I don't think she's a tennis character. I think she's like a rich girl, preppy kind of character. So I think she probably has got like a little tennis skirt. But I'm not expecting her to come down to the ring with like a tennis racket and all that kind of stuff. Days my title collection is better. Can you check emails? Oh, I can look at them after, yeah? Who do you like more, Thug Rose or Gable Steveson? Thug Rose. Easy. Easy. Only got 13 minutes to go, you know. 13 minutes for our main event. NXT, I think, really suffers by not having Triple H. I think Triple H was really good at booking NXT, and I just don't know if he's even involved in it anymore. I mean, really, the biggest change is probably that Triple H isn't booking this show. Bron Breakker versus... Who's he versing? Bron Breakker versus someone. Bron Breakker versus Roderick Strong. Do you know what? My brain couldn't even think who he was facing. It's not a great sign. She's more like a snob character. Yeah. Days, when I ordered the NXT title tonight, the title was $230. That's very nice. It's not a bad price at all, is it? Wouldn't you think it'd be a waste to put the title on Hangman just for him to lose it a month later? I mean, I don't care, because I'm not a Hangman fan, so I'm not bothered. I like long title reigns, but there's rare exceptions where I can see an argument for someone having a short title reign. And like someone like Hangman, who everyone is behind and they want the best for, and he's got the support of the people, him chasing the title is where the value is. So him having a long title reign, you could definitely do it, and he could have some matches and defend the title, and you could tell some stories. But equally, you could make the argument that him being screwed out of it so quickly would mean that he has to now chase the title again, and that's kind of where the money is. So, I mean, like, if I was a red-hot Hangman fan, then maybe I'd be like, nah, keep it on him, man. Keep it on him, because you can do this and you can do that and all this. But I'm not bothered by Hangman. I mean, honestly, putting the title on Bryan Danielson sounds perfectly fine to me. So, I don't mind which way they go, personally. I think they've shown that they don't hotshot the title. Like, all the title reigns have been quite long and considered and, you know. So, if they do it for this one, I would see it as an exception, not the norm. So, I don't mind. My NXT title was £248, then the side plates were £80. Didn't he chase the title for 2 years, though? I got a bit of a problem with it, to be honest, because he did and he didn't, because he was in a tag team, so he wasn't chasing the AEW title, was he? When he was tag champ with Kenny Omega. I mean, he's not really chasing the AEW championship at that time. Then he's had some feuds. Again, he's not really chasing the title when he's going through those feuds. He had his drink thing, and he was kind of away from the elite. I don't really look at that. I mean, like, do you class Finn Balor as chasing the title right now? I don't know. I don't feel like they did a very good job, to be honest. I know I'm in the minority on that, and people love it, and they love Hangman. But he went away on paternity leave. He then came back. He won the Battle Royal at the first time of asking. So he went away. He had a break. He went away. He came back. He won the Battle Royal as the Joker. He had the title match, and he won it. I mean, I don't see much of a chase. Yes, he had a title match for the championship against Jericho and lost the first title match. But then he went off and did other stuff. And, you know, they were building up the story of him with him and Omega. But I think the booking of it could have been better, even better. I think it could have been even better. I think they could have built it. I think he could have been screwed out of it a few. I remember Daniel Bryan in the build towards WrestleMania 30 kept wanting to be screwed over. Like, he was the one that was saying, cheat me out of it, screw me over. Like, I remember Triple H saying that he just constantly wanted to be getting knocked down again, knock me down again, screw me out of the belt. Like, if you remember, he wins that belt at SummerSlam and then immediately gets cashed in on. So they were just constantly teasing it. They even put the title on him and then straight away took it off him. Like, I just think that you could even use the fact that Hangman has won the title as a way of him not still quite reaching where he wants to get to. So he won it and had it for all of a few weeks. And then he lost it to Bryan Danielson. And this could actually be part of the build towards him having that proper first title reign. So I can see arguments for both. Bottom line is, I can see an argument for him keeping it and this being that title reign. And we're there now, let's run with it, let's see what he can do. Or I can see an argument whereby he loses it at the first time of defending it, and that is something that gets used against him. You know, you weren't a real champion, Hangman. You weren't a real champion. You couldn't even defend the title. You couldn't defend the title. And so it can all be used against him. And then again, you know, you're back with the chase and you build up then towards something else. So I would probably look towards the second, but it'll probably be the first. You know, apparently it's going the way Tony wants it to go, and AEW fans are into it, so fine. It is what it is. Who's this? Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes watching on. Who was the best wrestler in NXT that never became champion? Well, Cassius Ohno might be the best wrestler who didn't become champ. I don't know that he was the best, like, that went on to become like a big name. But Cassius Ohno would definitely be someone. Maybe Bray Wyatt was around for a little bit, but not very long. But he was in NXT for a very, 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 very short time. Becky? Becky was never champion. Becky was never NXT champion. Sasha was. Bayley was. Charlotte was. Becky wasn't. So I think you'd probably have to look at what Becky went on to achieve, and you'd probably say Becky. 5 minutes to go. Roderick Strong slamming Bron Breakker into the announce table. Bray not getting the NXT title, but Bo getting it is weird. I think it's more because Bray got called up around the time that NXT started. He wasn't really in it for very long, whereas Bo was in it longer. So I think it's more to do with that. Bo winning it is weird, isn't it, when you look at it now? I remember not being able to watch NXT because we didn't have the network. But I think you got it in America like a good 6 months before we got it. And I think Bo was the champion when NXT, when the network came along. I remember him being in a Royal Rumble, and it was like, this is the NXT champion. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. And I was like, able to see what he looked like and everything. I was like, there wasn't really anything too special about it. It was Bo. And it didn't seem anything too special. But I was like, oh, he must be brilliant in the ring. He didn't, because like Bo doesn't really look like a killer, does he? So it's like, okay, he must be like a Daniel Bryan type guy. And then he gets called up and he just jobs. I remember him doing the whole Bo leave thing. You've just got to Bo leave. And what did he come down with? He used to come down to the ring with something. I can't remember what. It wasn't a flag, I don't think. But I feel like it was a flag. I feel like he used to come down with something and then put... I don't know. Can't remember. But, yeah, was it a white flag? Did he used to come down to the ring with a white flag? This is when he first got called up. But, yeah, he was a weird champ, weren't he? I didn't know who Bo was then in the Rumble. He looked weird. I think Wade Barrett took him out. It was Rumble 2013. He got eliminated by Wade Barrett. Yeah, that one. I didn't have a clue who he was. Couldn't watch NXT. Network just weren't around, so. Kyle tomorrow, yes or no? I don't think Cole or the Elite are booked on the card, to be fair. Well, they'll have some sort of surprise, so I might lean yes. Tomorrow's the big one, innit? Tomorrow's the big one. The final kind of big show of the year. Wyndham is coming. Bo is not on Von Wagner's level. He's not on Bron Breakker's level. Dean Ambrose was not NXT champ. No, he wasn't. I mean, it's a little bit tricky because I can't remember when it started, when NXT started. And I mean, I know Seth was the first champ, but I can't remember Dean Ambrose being in NXT, to be honest. I'm sure he was for maybe a little bit, but it wouldn't have been much. But I can't remember. See, the thing was, when they moved from FCW, which is where Dean was, and Roman was, and Seth was, when they moved from FCW to NXT, obviously some superstars during that transition are already earmarked to go to the main roster. And I got a feeling that was sort of the Shield, and that was like Roman, and it was Dean, and... But the thing was, I don't know if it was meant to be Seth. I don't know who the Shield were meant to be. I've got a feeling that the Shield was meant to have Cassius Ohno in it. I've got a feeling that that's true. I think Cassius Ohno was meant to be in the Shield. I can't remember instead of who, though. Maybe it was Seth. So maybe in their mind, Roman, Dean, and Cassius Ohno were going to the main roster. Seth then went to NXT. Maybe then they saw Seth and they were like, he would fit better. And they went with Seth in the Shield instead. I don't know that timeline is true. But I do definitely remember that the Shield was going to be a different three. Tony was asked about any surprises in an interview, and he said he's aware of the market, but that those last 4 shows on TNT are going to be big, and they could debut on others and not just tomorrow. It was supposed to be Ohno instead of Roman. Interesting. Well, I wonder what that... So I wonder when they were going to do Seth then? I wonder why Seth is the first champ and, like, you don't see much of Roman or Dean. Interesting. I think I heard someone say Punk wanted Seth, Dean, and Ohno. Shield wouldn't have been the same if it was anyone other than Roman, Dean, or Seth. Yeah, they were awesome, weren't they? Are you ready for Winter is Coming? Totes. Big chop there by Roderick Strong. Have we got an overrun? Bo Dallas won an 8-man tournament to get a spot in the Royal Rumble. Did he? I didn't know that. Roderick Strong with forearm strikes. One, two. Shoulder up. Bron Breakker versus Roderick Strong. Let's clap for BT Sport actually playing all the way through without the BT logo. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting to watch the end, which is wonderful. Really do appreciate BT Sport. If you're watching, you've done a great job tonight. In fairness, I mean, we're 1 minute over, so... Looking for a superplex. Boom. Chadders, is the Ashes on tonight, or is it in 24 hours? Like, can I turn the channel over in a bit and watch the Ashes? Or is it in 24 hours? We're into overtime. I think there was one match with Bray versus Bo with B Team. Austin said, Jim Gore always giving us the facts. You gotta love Jim. You've got to. That is a legal requirement of this community. Rusev was never NXT champ. With how dominant he used to be, that surprised him. Yeah, no, he wasn't. Von Wagner in action next week. They're doing overruns again since Chucky isn't on USA right now. BT Sport, thanks, Days. We appreciate you. God, I must say, though, if there's a show that I don't want an overrun for, it'd be this week's NXT. I don't think this week's has been that great. But this is not a bad main event, in all fairness. Bron has got Roderick stronger, plants him down. 1, 2, 3. Bron wins. Ashes are in 24 hours. Oh. They said 3 a.m. on Wednesday. Well, is that not now? Like, 3 a.m. Wednesday is now. It's 3 a.m. And it's currently Wednesday in the UK. Ashes in 24 hours. How do you lift a frozen car with a Jack Frost? Really good match. Bron Breakker wins. Tommaso attacks Bron. They're going to build towards his title reign now, aren't they? I can't see Tommaso winning again. Psycho Killer chance. Psycho Killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Run, 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 run away. Psycho Killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Right. There we go. He just attacked him. Can't believe it. I'm heartbroken. Get in your scores. Get in your scores. Get in your scores. Get in your scores. I think it's about that. Honestly, I think it's about that. I got bored. I don't know if I just got like a bit tired or something, but I just got a bit bored. Yeah. That's probably where you guys were, about a 5 or so at the halfway point. And then I think it actually got worse. It did kind of come back again, though, with the main event, but yeah. Yeah. Days, that show was amazing, says Johnny. 5.5 says Austin. 3 says Farming King. 10 out of 10 says Matthew. 5 says Daniel. 5 says Trey. Well, I'll tell you what we can do. Austin says 5. Yeah, me and Austin always agree. Let's go. What do you rate the show? Bet 8 to 10 wins. 8 to 10. 10 out of 10. It's 10 out of 10 show. Faultless. 775 62675 575 or below. God, you can tell it's Christmas, can't you? You can tell it's December. Didn't we have a 575 Raw and now we've got a 5 NXT? Like, God, it's always this way. This is just December. This always happens in December. I take it wasn't the best show. I mean, you might get something from it. I think, I don't know, yeah, it wasn't the best show. I was completely out of it before the jacket time match. Deutschland via Baden says 4. Tahil says 3.5. Ledger Killer says 5. Johnny says 9. Johnny, you literally just said 10. You've dropped it down. 5.5. 5 below. 9.87. Wow, Johnny has a pretty big figure collection, says Brad. LDTV said, Days looking sharp. Are you sporting a new cap? Do you know I am? And it's really annoying me. It's really annoying me. It is a new cap. Well, it's not... Well, I got it for Christmas, and I never wear it because it's too tight. And, like, literally throughout this whole stream, it's been, like, going... It does that. So I find myself on... I mean, honestly, all I need is like... If I had a little fishing rod, I could be like a gnome sat in someone's garden. Does this? Or but it's got a life of its own. Honestly, this looks like I look like I look like flipping. It's what Marge Simpson looks like if she's wearing a beanie. Below, below, below. Looks like I've got a mohawk. Doesn't it? It looks like I've got a mohawk and I'm having to try and cover it up with a beanie hat. Jay says 5. David Conley says 6.5. Johnny said, how do you know about my figure collection? Yeah, people are watching. People can see you. They can see your collection. Jay says, just take it off. Problem solved. It's taking itself off. Problem solved. You're looking like Dan Aykroyd from Coneheads. Conehead! Yeah! Conehead. Right, as soon as we get to about 100 votes, we'll end the stream. Can we get another 23 votes, do we think? Another 23 votes. Can you follow me on Twitter? Probably not. If you, I don't know, drop me a message saying follow me, I'll follow you back. You've got gorgeous hair and it just wants to be shown. I tell you what, this hair here is annoying. There's one hair there, look. Hang on, I'm doing some on-screen groomage. Can I pull that out? Oh, is this gonna hurt? Pull it, pull it, pull it, pull it. Ah, that's all right. Look at that. What? Look at that. Look at the size of that. It's like the size of my face. That's better. Oh, look at it. It all works now. Have you groomed? Yes. Yeah. Have you been grooming? Yeah, I did some grooming. You need to sell some Days Gnomes. Days Gnomes. Days Gnomes. Days Gnomes. Days Gnomes. Days Gnomes. Days, I'm really concerned. People can see my collection and people are watching me. Johnny, I just need to know that that is exactly what's happening. It's exactly what's happening. Everyone's watching you right now. Shut up, LSW. Don't say How dare you? I'm selling those hairs on my website. Days with the grey hair. Pull it, pull it, pull it. Got 8 votes to go, guys. 8 votes to go. Don't swear. Pull your hair. Great, 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 great. It was dyed, actually. Thank you. It was platinum. How dare you? How dare you say great? It was platinum. We should have a Days Look-alike contest. Just get your local hobo. You look like one of the rabbis from Fiddler on the Roof. Thanks. Cool. I don't know. 5 votes to go. 5 votes. 5 votes. 5 votes. WWE never good in December, except when chic, humble Bob Backlund and make you humble. Legend Killer, calling me a legend. Have you heard about the Waller flu? Nope. Nope. Johnny is live. 50 cents on eBay. What, for my hair? How dare you? I'm going to sell it as an NFT. Justin, see you tomorrow for AE. One vote away. 1 vote away. All you need is a Santa hat, and you are nearly identical to Santa Claus. Yep. That's what I'm going for. Daisy's getting old and grey. How dare you? How dare you? And you want me to follow you? Oh, will you follow me on Twitter? Also, you're old. How does that work? How does that work? And how can we not get this one vote? What's going on? Have you all gathered together just like he'll stream forever if we don't get that extra voted? He said he'll... Ah, there we go. There we go. Pew. Let's end it. End poll. End poll. End poll. End poll. End poll. Do you know Goat's channel is back, by the way? You can go to people's channel again. That's good. Yes! Daisy's older than Twitter. Dude, I'm older than the internet. 575 or below. Wow, 43%. That's pretty overwhelming, isn't it? It's pretty overwhelming. Vishanti said, thanks for that mini championship collection idea. Dude. That'll look sweet. And actually, for like January sales, you might get some good deals. There we go. Look, 43%. Right, my friends, we are done. I'm going to say goodbye. Appreciate you joining us. I hope you had fun. You know, it was what it was. It's December. Don't worry about it. I'm sure NXT is going to be great, but it's just December, and December sucks. So we're back again tomorrow with Wyndham is coming. Tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Don't forget, we got another game on football days. Big shout out to everyone that joined us earlier on that. So we got another game tomorrow, and I think that's everything. Awesome, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Appreciate the support, and I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.